A very good morning, and I hope that you all are well, hearty and held at your place. And in this lecture, I am going to do the problems of exercise 6.5 till question number 5 I have done in the last video. Now, the question number 6 I will start with. Find the maximum profit, the 6 of your book. Find the maximum profit that a company can make if the profit function is given by p of x is equal to 41 minus 24x minus 18x square. Right, we have to find out the maximum profit. Here function is given, nothing. That means indirectly the question is asking that for what value of x this function will have maximum profit, maximum value. For that, we will find out p dash of x. P dash of x is equal to 0 minus 24 minus 36x. For maxima minima, or to find out the critical point, we will have p dash of x equal to 0. It implies that minus 24 is equal to 36x. It implies that x is equal to minus 24 by 36, that is minus 2 by 3. The x is equal to minus 2 by 3 is the value where it will have maximum or minimum. But since it is asking for the maximum profit, let us check it now. You will go for x is equal to minus 2 by 3, and on that I will check whether it has maximum value or not. And for that we have to double differentiate it. And now p double dash of x will have simple minus 36. So now p double dash is minus 36, which is already negative. That means it is less than 0 for every value x. And that means for x is equal to minus 2 by 3 also. And therefore, it will have maximum profit at x is equal to minus 2 by 3, and its maximum profit is given by maximum profit will be given by p of minus 2 by 3. So now p of minus 2 by 3 is 41 minus 24 into minus 2 by 3 minus 18 into minus 2 by 3 whole square. This will have 41 plus 16 plus 9 to the 18, 4. That is now 40, 50, 56, 54, 40, 56, 61. Right, that's why 49. 41 plus 16, and here minus 2 whole square. No, it becomes negative, no? Negative minus 8. Here minus 2 whole square will be 4 upon 9, 9 to the 18, 4 to the 8. Here we have minus 8. That's why here you will get 41. It's 41, 16 minus 8, 49. Now 49 is the maximum profit for this given function. Same way. Right, now the question number 7 we have that find both the maximum value and the minimum value of the function 3x to the power 4 minus 8x cube plus 12x square minus 48x plus 25 on the interval 0 to 3. Whenever it is given interval, it means of course we have to find out the absolute maxima or absolute minima. That's why first of all we will differentiate it. After differentiating it, we will put it equal to 0 to find out the critical points, and after finding the critical points at all the points including 0 and 3, we will find out the maximum value of the given function. Okay, and that I hope that you all can do it. That's why I will go for question number 8. Now in the question number 8 we have, at what points in the interval 0 to 2 pi, again here again the interval is given. At what points, the question number 8, at what point in the interval 0 to 2 pi does the function sine 2x attain its maximum value? That means let here f of x is equal to sine 2x, where x belongs to 0 to 2 pi. This interval is given, right? 0 to 2 pi. Now f of x is equal to sine 2x, and when f of x is equal to sine 2x and we have to find out the maximum value, of course we will find out the maxima and minima, and that is also absolute because here the interval is also given. So now f dash of x is equal to 2 cos 2x for maxima minima, for maxima or minima, or we can write for critical points f dash of x is equal to 0. It implies that 2 cos 2x equal to 0. It implies that cos 2x is equal to 0. And when you know that cos 2x is equal to 0, isn't it? It implies that 2x is equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2. Isn't it? 2n plus 1 pi by 2. That means pi by 2. 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2, 9 pi by 2. That is the value of 2x. When 2x is equal to this, it means x is equal to pi by 4, 3 pi by 4, 5 pi by 4 and 7 pi by 4. And all this value lie in the interval 0 to 2 pi. All this interval lie in the interval 0 to 2 pi. That means we will find out the value of f of x at f equal to f0, pi by 4, 3 pi by 4, 5 pi by 4, 7 pi by 4, 2 pi, and we will check its value. Okay, where it is coming, maximum or minimum. Okay, so now first of all at f is equal to f0, we will go for f0. Now f0 is equal to sine 0 is equal to 0. f pi by 4 is equal to sine 2 into pi by 4. 2x is pi by 4. So now 2 into x pi by 4, sine 90. How much? 1. Sine 90 at pi by 4. Sine 91. Right? Here I am writing pi by 4, here I am writing 2x. Because 2 into x, so now 2 into pi by 4, sine pi by 2. Now at f of 3 pi by 4, we will have sine 3 pi by 8. Now for the value of sine 3 pi by 8, 3 pi by 4, look, 3 pi by 4 into 2 into 3 pi by 4, no? 3 pi by 4. So now 3 pi by 4, excuse me, come on, sine 3 pi by 4. Now you got sine 3 pi by 2. How much? Minus 1. Right? Now at 5 pi by 4, f of 5 pi by 4, we will get sine 2 into 5 pi by 4, 2 into 5 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2. 5 pi by 2, what I can write? 2 pi plus 5 by 2. That is equal to sine 2 pi plus 5 by 2. Now 2 pi plus 5 by 2 is the first quadrant. Sine 90, how much? 1. Right? Now 7 pi by 4. Find out all that. 7 pi by 4 will get sine 7 pi by 2. because 2x, the 2 now 2 into 7 pi by 4, 7 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2, what will write? Sine 7 pi by 2, 4 pi minus pi by 2 is right. So now that is equal to sine 4 pi minus pi by 2, fourth quadrant, how much? Minus 1, right? Now f of 2 pi, also f of 2 pi, 7 pi by 4 you have got f of 2 pi, f of 2 pi is equal to sine 4 pi, sine 4 pi 0, right? That means we find that x is equal to pi by 4 and x is equal to pi by 4, pi by 4 and another value pi by 4. There are two places where we get the value 1. That means given function attains the maximum value at pi by 4 and 5 pi by 4 in the given interval 0 to 2 pi. This is the way to do it. Similarly, we can do question number 9th also. In the 9th we have, what is the maximum value of the function sin x plus cos x? Sin x plus cos x. What you want? Should I solve it? Yeah, right. Question number 9 now. Question number 9th we have f of x is equal to sin x plus cos x. What is the maximum value of the function sin x plus cos x? Here the interval is not given. Interval is not given. That's why we have to have the second differentiation also. So now f dash of x is equal to differential of cos x, sin x is cos x minus sin x for maxima or minima. F dash of x equal to 0, it implies that cos x minus sin x is equal to 0. It implies that sin x is equal to cos x. It implies that tan x is equal to 1. It implies that x is equal to, tan x is equal to 1. Now x is equal to pi by 4. We can have 5 pi by 4. Any other value also? At least two values are here right now. Interval is not given. Okay, now we'll find out f double dash of x. F double dash of x, difference of cos x is minus sin x and difference of minus sin x is cos x, right? Now we'll check at pi by 4 and 5 pi by 4. Now f double dash of x at x is equal to pi by 4 is equal to minus sin pi by 4 minus cos pi by 4, that is minus 1 by root 2, and minus 1 by root 2 you will get minus root 2. Minus 2 by root 2 is equal to minus root 2, and minus root 2 is less than 0. It means what? The given function attains the maximum value at x equal to pi by 4. That means pi by 4 is the point of maxima and its maximum value is, and therefore pi by 4 is the point of local maxima and its maximum value is f of pi by 4, and f of pi by 4 is equal to what? Sin pi by 4 plus cos pi by 4, that is 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2 is equal to 2 by root 2 and is equal to root 2, right? So now it attains the maximum value at root 2, right? The question was, what is the maximum value of the given function sin x plus cos x? Of course you can find it, the f dash of x at x equal to 7 pi by 4, but the question said only find the maximum value. That's why up to this it is Okay, fine, no problem. By the way, if you want to go for it, you find the value at f dash of x at x equal to 7 pi over 4. You will find that it is not the maximum value, it will give you the minimum value. Right here, the question was find the what is the maximum value of the function sin x plus cos x. That's why it is all right. Now, question number 10. Find the maximum value of the given function 2x cube minus 24x plus 107 in the interval 1 to 3. Find the maximum value of the same function in the interval minus 3 to minus 1. I think just you all can do it. Right? Now see question number 11. In question number 10, you have to find out the absolute maximum or absolute minimum value in the given interval 1 to 3 and minus 3 to minus 1. Just for a precaution, I'll discuss one line. When you will differentiate the given function f of x is equal to 2x cube minus 24x plus 107, we will find that f dash of x is equal to 6 under root x square minus 4. That means the value of x you will get plus minus 2. So now when the value of x is plus minus 2 and the interval is given 1 to 3, then I will use the positive 2. And when the interval is given minus 3 to minus 1, then I will use minus 2. Here I will use minus 2, here I will use 2. That means I will find the value of f of 2, f of 1, f of 3. For this interval, I will find the value of the given function at f of minus 3, f of minus 2 and f of minus 1. And at all these values, you will find out where it attains the maximum value. That's the way to do the question number 10. Okay, now question number 11. Now 11 we have, it is given that x is equal to 1, the function attains its maximum value. Yes, 11 we have, it is given that at x is equal to 1 attains the function x to the power 4 minus, let f of x is equal to x to the power 4 minus 62x square plus ax plus 9 attains its maximum value at x is equal to 1. As the function attains maximum value at x is equal to 1, as the function attains its maximum value at x is equal to 1, it implies that f dash of 1 equal to 0. Right? Now, f of x is given x to the power 4 minus 62x square plus ax plus 9. Therefore, f dash of x will have 4x cube minus 124x plus a. Right? Now, f dash of 1 is equal to 4 into 1 cube minus 124 into 1 plus a, and f dash of 1 will be 0. Therefore, now 0 is equal to 4 minus 124 plus a. It implies that a is equal to 120. A is equal to 120. And just we are asked to find the value of a. Right? Now question number 12. Now in question number 12, in in the question we had, it is given that find the maximum and minimum value of x plus sine 2x in the interval 0 to 2 pi. Therefore, now let f of x is equal to x plus sine 2x. Now, when f of x is equal to x plus sine 2x and we are asked to find out the maximum value and the minimum value in the interval 0 to 2 pi. That means again I have to find out the absolute maximum, absolute minima. Therefore, now f dash of x is equal to 1 plus 2 cos 2x, right, for maxima minima. For maxima or minima, or to find out critical point, we put f dash of x equal to 0. It implies that 2 cos 2x plus 1 equal to 0. It implies that 2 cos 2x is equal to minus 1, and therefore cos 2x is equal to minus 1 by 2. Cos 2x is equal to minus 1 by 2, which I can write minus cos pi by 3, isn't it? And that I can write cos pi minus pi by 3, because see, cos pi minus pi by 3 will have minus cos pi by 3, which will give you the value of minus half, isn't it? And that is equal to cos 2 pi by 3. So now cos 2x is equal to 2 pi by 3. When cos 2x is equal to 2 pi by 3, that means we have 2x is equal to 2n pi plus minus 2 pi by 3. How I use cos x is equal to cos alpha. If you remember that formula, cos x is equal to cos alpha, it implies that x is equal to 2n pi plus minus alpha, general value. By the way, I can take the value, all the value in between 0 to 2 pi, I can find out without using this formula also, but it will be easy to find out. So now cos 2x is equal to 2n pi plus minus 2 pi by 3, where n belongs to integer. That means x is equal to, it implies that 2 to remove it, x is equal to n pi plus minus pi by 3. It implies that x is equal to, if I put n is equal to 0, the first value which I will be getting, that will be what? Positive pi by 3. I am not taking negative because I have to take the value between 0 to 2 pi. That's why pi by 3. After that 2 pi by 3, then 4 pi by 3, and after that 2 pi by 3, 4 pi by 3 and 5 pi by 3. All this lie in the interval 0 to 2 pi. All this belongs to the interval 0 to 2 pi. That means now we will check the value of the given function f at the interval pi by 3, 2 pi by 3, 4 pi by 3, 5 pi by 3, 0 and 2 pi, and we will check whether it is maxima or minima. Right? Now we will evaluate the function. Therefore, we will find the value of the function at x is equal to pi by 3. So now f pi by 3. Now f of pi by 3 is equal to pi by 3 plus sine 2 into pi by 3. Because x is pi by 3, then sine 2x will have sine 2 pi by 3. That means pi by 3 and root 3 plus root 3 upon 2. Pi minus pi by 3, root 3 upon 2. At 2 pi by 3, f of 2 pi by 3 is equal to 2 pi by 3 plus sine 2 pi into 2, 4 pi by 3. Now 2 pi by 3 plus sine 4 pi by 3, pi plus pi by 3, and pi plus pi by 3 is minus n pi by 3, and that's why here we will have minus root 3 by 2. Now at 4 pi by 3, f of 4 pi by 3 will have 4 pi by 3 plus sine 2 into 4 pi by 3, 8 pi by 3. So now 4 pi by 3 plus sine 8 pi by 3. How will find the value of sine 8 pi by 3? 2 pi plus 2 pi by 3. Can I write now? Sine 2 pi plus 2 pi by 3. 3 to the 6 pi plus 2 pi 8 pi by 3. It will give you 4 pi by 3 plus sine 2 pi plus 2 pi by 3. The value will be positive. That's why 4 pi by 3 plus root 3 by 2. We got it at 4 pi by 3. Now at 5 pi by 3. F of 5 pi by 3 is equal to 5 pi by 3 plus sine 10 pi by 3, and that is equal to 5 pi by 3 plus sine 10 pi by 3. What will write sine 10 pi by 3? 4 pi minus 2 pi by 3. Can I write sine 4 pi minus 2 pi by 3? 4 is 12 pi minus 2 pi, 10 pi by 3. That will give you the value what? 5 pi by 3 and sine 4 pi minus 2 pi by 3. So now 4 pi minus pi by 3 will give you the negative value, that is minus root 3 by 2. Minus root 3 by 2. That's why here we will have minus root 3 by 2. Now finally I am left with f of 2 pi. So now f of 2 pi is equal to 2 pi plus sine 2 into 2 pi 4 pi, and that is equal to 2 pi plus sine 4 pi, how much? 0, and that's why sine 0 will be 0, that is here 2 pi. Now among all this we have calculated the value, this and this. Among all this value we see that at f of 2 pi it attains the maximum value 2 pi, isn't it? At f of 2 pi, the absolute maximum value of x plus sine 2x on the interval 0 to 2 pi is 2 pi at x equal to 2 pi. Okay, therefore the given function attains maximum value at 2 pi at x is equal to 2 pi, and its maximum value is f of 2 pi is equal to 2 pi. F of 2 pi is equal to 2 pi, isn't it? Therefore the given interval 2 pi at x equal to 2 pi, the absolute maximum value at x equal to 2 pi, and the absolute minimum value of x plus sin x on the interval 0 to 2 pi is at x equal to 0. At x equal to 0. At x equal to 0 equal to what? 0. 0 plus sin 0, 0. 0. Right? And it attains minimum value at x equal to 0, and that is 0 plus sin 0, that is f 0 is equal to 0. Right? Right. Now question number 13 onwards. In the question number 13 onwards, from question number 13 to all these questions, the word problems we have till 26, 13 to 26. All the questions are known as the word problems. In this word problem, here the functions are not given. Till now, whatever the and whichever questions we all have solved, all the questions were given with function, or the interval was given and you were asked to find out whether it has maximum value or minimum value, absolute maximum or absolute minimum. But now from question further, that is question from 13 onwards, only the word problems are given, and accordingly you have to find out its maximum value or minimum value or certain conditions we have to prove. That's why in this section we have to be particular enough. You have to think over, you have read the questions again and again, have some input from the question given itself, and after that once you write the equation, then you maximize it or minimize it, or you check its maxima or minima, and accordingly you solve the questions. Okay, let us do one or two questions. Question 13, 14, 15 and 16. All these questions are of the same type. In the 13 we have, find the two numbers whose sum is 24 and whose product is as large as it is possible. 14th we have, find two positive numbers x and y such that x plus y is equal to 60 and the xy is maximum. Suppose I am doing question number 14. 14 it is given that find two positive numbers x and y such that x plus y is equal to 60 and xy is maximum. Here the given we have x plus y is equal to 60, which gives you y is equal to 60 minus x. And also one more thing is given, the function which you have to maxima or minima, that function is given xy is maximum. Xy is maximum, that means the function is given xy, which I can write p is equal to xy. Can I write? P is equal to xy, right? So now can I write p is equal to x in place of y, I can write 60 minus x whole cube. Now this is the function which we have to maximize. Okay, so now differentiate with respect to x, dp by dx is equal to differentiation of x is 1 into 60 minus x whole cube plus x into differentiation of 60 minus x whole cube 3 60 minus x whole square into differentiation of minus x will have minus 1, right? That means this is equal to 60 minus x whole cube minus 3x into 60 minus x whole square. This is the value of dp by dx. For maxima minima, what we'll do, we'll put dp by dx is equal to 0, right? Therefore, for maxima or minima, dp by dx is equal to 0. It means 60 minus x whole cube minus 3x into 60 minus x whole square equal to 0. That means I can write 60 minus x whole square in bracket 60 minus x minus 3x equal to 0. That is now 60 minus x whole square in bracket 60 minus 4x equal to 0. It gives you x is equal to 60 and x is equal to 15. Here two value, isn't it? X is equal to 15 and x is equal to 60. X cannot be 60. Why? X, because here it is given that sum of two numbers is 60. When the sum of two numbers is 60, then one number cannot be 60. That's why this is not possible. Therefore, I will take the value as x is equal to 15. This is the one part. Now I have to check whether this given function attains the maximum value at x equal to 15 or not. So, and for that we have to double differentiate, right? So now dp by dx we have 60 minus x whole cube minus 3x into 60 minus x whole square, and therefore again differentiating we get d2p by dx square is equal to 60 minus x whole cube differentiation will have 360 minus x whole square into minus 1, right? Function 60 minus x to the power 3 minus 1 whole square, differentiation of 60 minus x 0 into minus 1 will have minus 1 minus. Now differentiation of 3x will have simply 3, right? 60 minus x whole square will write as it is, isn't it? Plus 3x into differentiation of 60 minus x whole square 2 into 60 minus x into minus 1, right? This is now d square p by dx square is equal to 3 minus 3 60 minus x whole square minus 3 60 minus x whole square plus minus and this minus become plus, yes, 3 to the 6x into 60 minus x, right? Now see, this is minus 6 into 60 minus x whole square plus 6x into 60 minus x. If I now put the value of x equal to 15, now d square p by dx square at x is equal to 15 will have minus 3 into 60 minus 15 whole square minus 3 into 60 minus 15 whole square plus 6 into 15 into 60 minus 15. That will give you minus 3 minus 3 minus 6, 60 minus 15, 45 whole square into 45 whole square, right, plus 90 into 45. Of course this is less than 0, this is less than 0, therefore it attains maximum value at x is equal to 15, and therefore my answer will be the two parts, the value of x and y will have, and when x is equal to 15, y will be 60 minus 15 is equal to 45, and that's why 15 and 45 is the division of the number, so that the numbers sum is 60 and their product is maximum, right? Now the question number 13, find two positive number x and y such that their sum is 35, that means x plus y is equal to 35, and the product x square y to the power 5 is maximum. Same way, just x plus y is equal to 35, therefore y will be 35 minus x, and now in the given function p is equal to x square y to the power 5, replace y by 5 minus 35 minus x, and we solve it further. Okay. Now question number 16 we have, find two positive number whose sum is 16 and whose cube is minimum, that means x cube plus y cube. Same way, same fashion you have to do these questions. Now for the today lesson I am doing the last question, that is question number 17. Question number 17. We have a square piece of tin, side 18 centimeters, to be made into a box without top by cutting a square from each corner and folding up the flaps to form the box. What should be the side of the square to be cut off so that the volume of the box is maximum? Let x be the side of a square cut off from each corner. Let x be the side of a square to be cut off from each corner. If you draw the figure, the square is given like this. Right? And from each corner, one square to be cut. X right, and the length of a square piece of side is 18 centimeter. Each side is given 18 centimeter. This is given 18 centimeter. And now tell me, when this total length is, if I may mark it as ABCD, if this is total 18 centimeter, then what will be length left out? 18 minus x minus x. 18 minus 2x, isn't it? Then the length will be the length of a square. Length of a square. Length of a square will become 18 minus 2x. What about the breadth? Breadth will also become, here x and x will be removed, and that's why the breadth of a square sheet will have 18 minus 2x, and the flap will be the height. Height of a square will be x. So now 18 minus 2x is the length, breadth is 18 minus 2x, and height is x. Okay, and now what we have to find out? We have to find out the volume should be maximum. Therefore, the volume of a square is side cube. Volume of a square is side cube, but here now this becomes a cuboid. Length, breadth, and height. That's why 18 minus 2x whole square into x. Now this is a function which, after reading the questions and we have got it, this is the function. Now this function we have to maximize or we have to minimize. But by the way, in this question we have to maximize, we have to find the maximum possible value, isn't it? So now we will differentiate with respect to x. So now dv by dx, differentiation of x will be 1 into 18 minus 2x whole square plus x into 2 into 18 minus 2x into differentiation of minus 2x will have minus 2. Therefore, this will have 18 minus 2x whole square minus 4x into 18 minus 2x. For maxima minima, we put dv by dx equal to 0, dv by dx is equal to 0, we put for maxima minima. For maxima or minima, dv by dx is equal to 0. It implies that 18 minus 2x whole square minus 4x, 18 minus 2x is equal to 0. Therefore, now 18 minus 2x, 18 minus 2x minus 4x equal to 0. It implies that 18 minus 2x and 18 minus 6x is equal to 0. It implies that x is equal to 18, x is equal to 9 and x is equal to 3. two value we have, x is equal to 9 and x is equal to 3. Now we see when I take x is equal to 9, then length of the square is given 18 minus 2x, that means 18 minus 2 into 9, that is 18 minus 18 equal to 0. Length will be 0, which is not possible. That's why this value x is equal to 9 is not possible. We'll write that this value is not possible. Therefore, we will go for x is equal to 3. Now, we will check it has maximum value at x is equal to 3. Okay, now see the final part of this question. Now, at x is equal to 3, at x is equal to 3, we will double differentiate and we will check whether it has minimum, maximum or minimum. So, now d2v by dx square is equal to 18 minus 2x whole square is 2, 18 minus 2x into minus 2, differentiation of this part, 18 minus 2x whole square, that is 2 into 18 minus 2x into differentiation of 2x minus 2x is minus 2, minus differentiation of 4x will be 4 into 18 minus 2x, right, plus 4x into differentiation of 18 minus 2x, 18 will be 0, minus 2x will be minus 2, minus 2. Therefore, we will get here minus 4 into 18 minus 2x minus 4 into 18 minus 2x, minus and minus become plus, 4 to the 8x, right. This will give you minus 8, 18 minus 2x plus 8x. So now d square v by dx square at x is equal to 3, we will have minus 8 into 18 minus 2 into 3, 6 plus 8 into 3, 24, that is equal to minus 8 into 18 minus 6, 12 plus 8 into 3, minus 96 plus 24 is equal to minus 72, which is less than 0, right. Now, d square v by dx square at x equal to 3 is coming negative. It means what? It has maximum value at x is equal to 3. Therefore, it has maximum volume at x is equal to 3, and hence its length will be 18 minus 2x is equal to 18 minus 6 is equal to 12 centimeter. Breadth will be 18 minus 2x is equal to 12 centimeter, and the height will be x will be equal to 3 centimeter. Therefore, this dimension will be 12, 12 and 3. This is the way how we will be solving this type of question, right. That's why a square of side 3 centimeter is to be cut off for maximum volume of the box. So that this is the way to solve these questions. After this, in the next lesson, I will solve the rest of the word problems. Till the time, thank you very much, and please keep on solving the problems yourself, because unless you won't solve, you won't get it. Please keep on doing, and please take care of your health also. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.